This segment on the 574 and More is sponsored by Home Comfort Experts. You're watching the 574 and More, and joining us is James Olesen from Home Comfort Experts. Thanks for coming back, James.
Yeah, good to be here.
We didn't scare you away last time,
No,
huh?
no.
Okay, so let's talk about some statistics when it comes to air filtration.
Yeah, so I mention all the time, change your furnace filter, change your furnace filter,
Yeah.
change your furnace filter. Let's dive in a little bit deeper into why it's important, kind of
Okay.
the do's and don'ts of
Sure.
furnace filtration. Few statistics for you. 1/20th of an inch of dust on your heating and cooling coils inside the system itself can cost you up to 21% efficiency on your heating and cooling bills.
Oh, that's a lot.
1/8 of an inch of dust on the blower wheel that actually moves the air through your ductwork through your system can cost you up to 30% of efficiency and loss of airflow through the ductwork and through the system.
Okay.
So we're trying to keep dust out of the furnace, out of the air conditioning coils, and run the equipment as efficiently as possible.
Yeah.
Dust. Sun beats through the window, you see the dust in the air.
Sure.
What is that? How much of it is harmful? So on and so forth. The average house is 2 to 5 times more polluted than the outdoor air.
That's amazing. You don't think about that. You think like you're going inside to get away from
To get away from it. The sun naturally decontaminates the air, the wind blows it out, the snow and the rain falls down, captures it, and drops it to the ground. Meanwhile, it's just trapped inside our houses.
It's just hanging around.
How do we get
Yeah.
rid of it? 98% of dust in every single home is more than 1 micron in size. 2% is 1 micron and less. How small is a micron?
Yeah, what's a micron?
1/75th, roughly, the width of a human hair. And we're talking about capturing particles down to 0.3 microns, 1/200th the width of a human
So
hair.
that's really, really small.
That's the tiny stuff that's going to get you sick. The bigger dust, you know, isn't as much of an issue. It'll get vacuumed up. That's stuff that's going to irritate the sinuses and the allergies.
Yeah.
50% of all illnesses are either caused or further irritated by indoor air.
Okay, so what can we do to make it better?
Do's and don'ts. I've got some filters here, and we're
Okay.
just going to kind of hold it up
Sure.
and say do or don't. So this is your $1 hardware store fiberglass filter.
Well, when you put it that way, I'm going to say don't.
Probably if it costs a buck, don't, right? So we're talking about
Serve me a softball here.
we're talking about 2/100ths the width of a human hair, right? The human hair itself can fit through this filter. You can
Sure.
see me
Yeah, yeah.
through this filter.
Okay.
It is not going to catch very much.
So this is a don't.
That is an absolute don't.
Get it out of here.
Get rid of it.
Okay.
Next up is the kind of the $2, $3 version. Fabric, going to catch a little bit more, but again, I can pretty much see you through that filter. Really cheap.
Don't.
Don't.
That's a don't.
All right?
Okay.
Next,
Yeah.
if you have a 1-inch filter, pretty much what you should have put in. It's the mid-grade. You can feel it. It's a little heavier
Yeah.
duty, dense fabric. It's going to catch the hair, the pet hair, the dander,
Sure.
that sort of thing. Not getting into a sub-micron level. No fabric pleated filter will get into that micron
Okay,
level.
so this is acceptable.
Acceptable if it's a 1-inch application.
Sure.
Here's the biggest problem that I see with homeowners thinking they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
This is a super maximum allergen, high efficient filter, very restrictive on airflow. Now, I can catch a lot of dust with this filter,
But it's also going to
but I
stop
can't
the air.
get air through the furnace, through the ductwork. If I left the plastic on this filter, it'd catch all the dust, right?
but
it
no
wouldn't
air.
allow any airflow through.
Okay.
Terrible for your system. It's
Oh.
the most common in every hardware store. It's the one at eye level, and there's all kinds of statistics and pictures of gross stuff that it's going to catch.
So you've got the do's.
So, couple of do's.
Uh-huh.
If you can,
Yeah.
instead of a 1-inch filter, go to a wider 3, 4, 5-inch filter. Isn't necessarily going to filter better, meaning catch a smaller particle. It's going to last longer.
Okay.
We're lazy. We don't like to change our filters every
Nice
single
and
month.
thick. Yeah.
So,
Can see that.
little bit of surface area. A 1-inch standard 16 by 25 filter, which is about the most common size, is about 2 3/4 square feet of surface area.
Okay.
Your 1-inch pleated can get you up to 5 1/2 square feet of surface area.
Yeah.
The 4-inch filter, 22 square feet of surface area.
Okay.
So not filtering out smaller particles, but lasting longer in the system. A 3, 4, 5, 6-month filter.
And do you have one more?
We do have one more.
Last one.
And if you want to be able to get into that 1 micron, 0.3 microns, the stuff that's really going to affect your health in the house, the bacteria, the mold spores, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You have to do something with electrostatics, something that's going to charge that particle, trap it like a magnet. So now
Interesting.
we have a filter where every fiber on this filter becomes a magnet for dust. It's a very generic way of explaining it, and I could spend an hour talking about it, but we don't have an hour. And then even from here, you can get into HEPA filters, and those are big, huge standalone units that we don't have room for in here.
But you guys have these at Home Comfort
Tons
Experts.
of options for indoor air
Okay.
quality if you're really concerned about getting that air out of the house.
Yeah.
And keeping your equipment working more efficiently, getting more air to the area that you're trying to heat and cool.
Okay, so you guys, Home Comfort Experts, you're going to be at the home show at the Century Center this
We are,
weekend.
yep, Friday afternoon, Saturday, all day Sunday. We're booth 198. Anyone that we have staffed there will be there, like I said, all weekend.
Okay, so if
we'll
anybody
be able to give
has
you any of this information.
Any questions about any of these, just seek you guys out there. Of course, they can call you at,
574-255-4600.
and you're online at.
Callhomecomfort.com.
Perfect. All right, thanks, James, for being here.
Yep.
It's Home Comfort Experts, technicians you can trust with your house keys, and boy, do they know their business, huh? You're watching the 574 and more.